Good morning, 7th and 8th graders. Today I want to talk to you about the 21st Century Scholars Program, which is a wonderful and awesome program that exists in the state of Indiana. I want to talk to you a little bit about the requirements, what you're going to have to do. But before we even get started, the most important thing that you have to know is that the deadline to apply for 21st Century Scholars is June 30th of your 8th grade year. So 8th graders, if you have not already applied, you need to apply for this as soon as possible. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to watch a video and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that.
How to pay for college. It's one of the biggest questions for many people across the country. But thanks to a state-funded program, Indiana college student Ashley Thomas will graduate from IU this year, debt-free and cherishing memories she never even imagined.
There's a lot of stuff that happens here that in a small town like where I'm from would have never even thought of happening.
The 21st Century Scholars Program helps Indiana students attend college with full paid tuition. Students must sign a pledge in middle school and meet requirements like keeping a minimum 2.0 GPA, staying away from drugs and alcohol, and having a certain need for financial assistance at the time of applying.
Alright guys, so that video gave you a little bit of an overview of the 21st Century Scholars, which helps students to prepare, plan for, and pay for college. Some reasons why you might want to go to college. We talk a lot about going to college, but what you should be thinking about is that nearly 2/3 of all jobs in Indiana this decade will require education beyond a high school degree. Currently, only 1/3 of Hoosier adults have completed education beyond high school. By 2018, 55% of jobs in Indiana will require a college degree or quality workforce certificate. Students earning a college degree will be eligible to apply for more jobs and have a competitive advantage over students who stop at a high school diploma. There's also the concept of job security. College graduates are more likely to hold on to their jobs once they have them. 4 out of 5 jobs lost during the recent national recession were held by individuals with a high school diploma or less. During 2012, 1 in 4 recent high school graduates was unemployed, while unemployment rates for Indiana's college graduates remained relatively low. So, if you have a good job and you're college educated, you're more likely to keep that job. Better citizenship means that going to college isn't just about job security, making more money, or having more opportunities and choices. It's about being a better citizen. Studies show that college graduates are more likely to vote, volunteer in the community, and be engaged in causes that they believe to be important. Despite the benefits we've been talking about, a lot of people make excuses to not go to college. Can you think of reasons that you've heard people talk about why they didn't go to college? Some people might say, I don't need to go to college to get a good job. They might say that they're not a good student, they don't think they could make it in college, that no one in their family has ever gone to college, that they can't afford it. It is true that you don't need to go to college to get a good job. There are good jobs that you can get without going to college. Some require additional training after high school. There are specific certification programs, but a lot of high-paying jobs require, especially jobs in advanced manufacturing, education, finance, healthcare, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and related fields, all require a college degree. Just because you have not been a good student doesn't mean that you can't be a good student. Being a good student is a bunch of decisions that you make yourself and for the rest of your life, and it's habits. So if you don't currently have habits, you can gain those. Okay? Wonderfully, the 21st Century Scholars program is designed to help you get to college and succeed once you're there. So it will give you access to support programs and services designed to help you plan, prepare, and pay for success in college. This is very unique. This is not something that happens in every other state, so you should definitely take advantage of it while you can. For those who say, no one in my family ever went to college, I say there has to be a first. The vast majority of students enrolled in the 21st Century Scholars Program are first-generation college students, meaning that neither of their parents earned a college degree. Nevertheless, every year, thousands of 21st Century Scholars students graduate with college degree or certificate across the state of Indiana. For the thought of not being able to afford college. College is expensive, I will give you that, but there are a lot of different ways to pay for it. A lot of them are free. There are grants, which are like loans except you don't have to pay them back. There are grants like the federal Pell Grant, Indiana's Frank O'Brien, not sure how to say it, grant, that are available for students who qualify and apply on time. That's why while you're going through high school, it's very important that you pay attention to scholarships you might want to apply to so that you can plan for volunteer opportunities, things that will make you look good when you're applying for these scholarships. In addition, students can earn scholarships based on good grades, high test scores, and athletics. And of course, there is this 21st Century Scholars Program, which can pay for up to 4 years of college tuition for students who enroll in the program on time. The 21st Century Scholar Program helps you get to college. The 21st Century Scholars Program provides tuition assistance, college and career readiness through the Scholar Success Program, and other support and services. Tuition is the amount of money a student must pay to take classes at an institution, which is a college or a university. It does not include other educational expenses like room and board, which is meals, food, or books. The 21st Century Scholars Program will pay up to 4 years of tuition at an eligible Indiana college or university. So for the 2012 to 2013 school year, the max 21st Century Scholars Award for 1 year was $9,672. But almost every year tuition goes up. By the time current 7th and 8th graders go to college, tuition costs will be significantly higher than they are today. So you should take away from this that you can get up to 4 years of tuition paid for, completely paid for by the state of Indiana. You will still have to figure out a way to pay for your room and board and your food and books. Knowing that that's coming up, you can look for scholarships. There are grants. A lot of times if you apply to a school, if they really want you to come and you've been able to demonstrate that you have good grades, they will give you scholarships to come to their school. Okay? For 21st Century Scholars, it is not free money. There are expectations that are placed upon you that you have to follow up on. Okay? You will take the Scholar Pledge, which says that you agree to graduate with at least a Core 40 diploma from a high school accredited by Indiana, which is RCHS covers under that you will get a high school GPA of at least 2.5, that you will apply for admission to an eligible Indiana college, university, or institution as a high school senior. Have you seen the maps of Indiana around the school? We posted them a couple times throughout the year that show colleges in Indiana. Those are colleges on those maps that you can apply to. Okay, also in the Scholar Pledge is that you'll apply on time for state and federal student financial aid by March 10th of your senior year, that you will not use illegal drugs or alcohol or commit a crime or delinquent act, and that you will participate in the Scholar Success Program to help plan, prepare, and pay for college. Graduating with at least a Core 40 diploma. The Core 40 diploma is the required basic diploma for all students. Indiana law requires all students to meet the Core 40 standards to be considered for admission in an Indiana 4-year college or university. That's something you already would have been doing. There's also a Core 40 academic honors diploma that requires additional math, world language, and AP or dual credit courses and is the best choice for college preparation. Earning the academic honors diploma may also qualify students for additional financial aid for college in addition to their 21st Century Scholarship. The Core 40 Technical Honors Diploma combines Core 40 requirements with technical training to acquire strong vocational and technical skills. This diploma prepares students for college, technical school, apprenticeship, or work in the area of technology. All of these things Mr. Kale and Mrs. Hagan will talk to you about in high school to make sure you're staying on track, that you're on the plan that you're going to talk about, and that is something that I will be meeting with you guys about to talk about what are your plans for high school, okay? You must achieve a GPA of 2.5 or higher on a 4.0 scale. You should know that many colleges and universities require a higher GPA than 2.5 for admissions. You should get the best grades that you can get. A higher GPA means that you'll have more choices of where you can go to school, better preparation once you get there, and often more financial aid through scholarships and stuff like that. 21st Century Scholars are required to apply for college admissions during your senior year of high school in order to maintain the scholarship eligibility. So if you, for example, waited until after you graduated and waited a year and then wanted to go back, that would not work. You would not get your college paid for. To maintain this requirement, You have to apply for the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, by March 10th of your senior year. You will be learning more about that when you're in high school. This is a pledge of good citizenship. The state of Indiana invests a significant amount of money and resources to support the 21st Century Scholars from the time that you enroll, which is now, until the time you graduate from college, which the aim of it is to help you earn a college degree. There's an important requirement that you pledge to abide by the law and be a good citizen. 21st Century Scholars who violate this or any other part of the pledge lose their scholarship. The last part of the pledge requires enrolled students to complete the Scholar Success Program, which we will talk a little bit more about. The Scholar Success Program, which you will have this on the back of your handout, has requirements at each grade level. Okay, now the important part. Who is eligible? To enroll in the 21st Century Scholars Program, you must be a resident of Indiana as an applicant and a scholarship recipient, which is determined by where your parents or legal guardians are living. You must be a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen. You must be enrolled in the 7th or 8th grade at an Indiana accredited school, which we are, and you must agree to fulfill the 21st Century Scholars Pledge, and there is income eligibility requirements. That is something that I would say, please apply. Everybody should apply, even if you think you will not meet the eligibility requirements. If something were to happen, you would be able to attempt to get 21st Century Scholarship, even though you didn't meet the eligibility requirements in the beginning, if you can show that you did make that application attempt. So it is always the best thing to do to apply, so everybody should apply. Okay? To apply, you need to know what your social security number is, your date of birth, your address. You are going to need a parent or guardian to fill out their social security number or their taxpayer ID number, and they're going to need to tell you what their gross income was for all members of their household, which they will have figured out from doing their taxes, and they will need a valid email address. I would suggest to use an email address that you will know that you will have access to throughout high school. You apply online at scholars.in.gov. There are no longer paper applications. If you're finding that you really have some trouble with that, you can come see me. The deadline is June 30th of your 8th grade year. Please, please, please do not miss this deadline. If you miss the deadline, there's nothing that can be done, and no matter what you want, you will not be able to get onto the 21st Century Scholars Program. Okay, this is the Scholars website. This is what it looks like. And actually, I will take you there right now. When you go to the 21st Century Scholars website, which you can get to by going to in.gov/21st Century Scholars, or just Google 21st Century Scholars, you are going to want to click at the top on the Students tab. Then it will give you middle school or high school. You're going to want to click on middle school, and as you can see here, there's an apply online for June 30th of the 8th grade year. This is the stuff that you're going to need. Okay? You can see coming through, you can look at benefits, requirements, eligibility, and you're going to want to enroll. Okay? If you click apply online, you're going to want to do this with an adult. This is what it looks like. This is the online application. There are also applications in Spanish if you wanted to do that. If you have a parent who feels more comfortable with Spanish, you can look through the application in Spanish with them to help figure out what you're looking for. So this is sort of the basics. I'm going to give you some things to click through. Please make sure you do this as soon as possible, guys, especially because if you apply and you are denied, you can do an appeal. So you want to do it as soon as possible. If you have any questions at all, please contact me. Okay, guys? And that is the end of my presentation on the 21st Century Scholars Program. If you have any questions, take a look around the website. It's going to answer all of the questions just as well as I can, or you can come see me. You can send me an email, whatever you want to do. All right, guys.